let's get this started. So everyone, we are doing a ultra rare SR tier list for easy content. So I like to just kind of rank them into like playability. Um, Not necessarily like this one's going to be the most expensive, but like we're going to talk about playability, which kind of equals into most expensive. So we won't really go too hard into like the nitty gritty of them. But yeah, like, you can see the cool commercial behind me. Like it's like a video in a video. But I couldn't cut out all of the commercials. So yeah, so let's go ahead and start with We Would Like to Rage. We're going to stage things down here in D. So stage in. There we go. So it's really only good in like 2 characters until they come out with more. So I'm just gonna put it down in a C, man. Like I don't see this being that expensive because really it's only really playable in 2 characters right now. Scanlan's Hand, probably gonna settle somewhere between the A and B. I think a lower A was probably where it's gonna be, but we'll go upper B. Actually, I think it's kind of crazy to be honest. Being able to block and then build it if your hand size is smaller, giving an attack damage or not. Also being able to commit, you know what, committing your opponent's character's nuts, and then building it during the turn. This is going to be one of the premier cards. I'm sorry, this card's probably going to be a premier card. I don't know how it may drop down to A, but Cabal's Ruin. This is an A tier list card. Inventor Thief. Being able to give -1 speed perpetually on a 1/6 with a nice block on it, plus it gives you a nice damage pump in the end. Star Razor. This card is going to be great. If you're a champion, it's 1 less. Commit to seal a rival foundation. Also, it has like a learning the standards type effect that your opponent can cancel by burning 6. So if like they're low health total and they have nothing but a grip of attacks, they can't burn the 6, which is great. Ventress, I'm gonna put this in the B. I haven't had much experience with it yet, but being able to get extra damage on your attacks. I should probably actually read what they do because I could be completely wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna put this in the B. Dawn Martyr, I'm also gonna put this in a B. Minus a damage plus other effects. I'm gonna pull these cards up real quick. Oh man, yeah. A quick thing about the Dawn Martyr thing is we were playing some games last night and I got Dawn Martyred. Tam was able to completely negate some attacks by -1ing and then blocking or even more DRing. So cool. All right, here we go. We're at the Dawn Martyr. Okay, so Fenthras. It commits a character, so but they have to check a 7, so it's kind of costly. So we'll probably it's high B, low A. Dawn Martyr, you can't be burned to death. That's cool. Here, we'll put it in the stage like we're supposed to. We'll put it down in stage. Has Breaker 2, so that's a plus on a +2 mid. Also, it can if you take 5 damage or less. If you have less than 5 damage, and the attacking player loses 5. See, after attack deals damage to your character, if you have 5 or less health, the attacking player loses 5. So yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. We'll go A. That card's pretty sweet. Next is Spire of Conflux. While those cards in your stage, your spell text get a damage. Nice. If your character is a mage or a warden, rival effects cannot flip. So protects your attacks. That's cool. Commit a foundation after your spell attack deals damage, draw a card. If this is the second time you have played this ability this turn, commit this card. So that means if you're able to ready it somehow, you don't have to commit it ever again. But I am going to put it, I think, in the Bs. Just because it only gives 1 damage. Sure, it protects your attacks from flipping or leaving. But like that, they have to hit to draw. Yeah, it's right there. Titanstone Knuckles. This card's crazy. Sorry. Staging. Deflect 3. You commit 1 for 2 damage. Stun 1. After an attack is blocked. After this attack is blocked, destroy a rival asset and your rival flips a foundation. Target destroy asset on an asset. Hell yeah. I'm gonna put that in the S tier. Okay, so our first attack. Aerial Goblin Bolt. Air Chaos Void, 3 high 3, 3 diff, 1 mid, Blitz, Seal a Rival Foundation. That's sweet. It does not have Shoto symbols. That's sad. Card pull flip. After a Blitz or Enhance is played, cancel it for flip card pool. Oh, that cancels characters. That's dope. Whoop. Yep, right there. That's going to be great. What's this guy now? Bagpipe Cacophony. Slam, weapon, blitz, reveal top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 reveal cards top of your deck, put the rest on the bottom in random order. That's cool, so you can choose your draw. Response, after you block with this card, add 1 backup from your discard pile to your hand. It has a +0 high block. Oh, stats alone say this card's good. It's Earth, Order, Water, Air, Life, Order, Water? That card's cool. Ooh. Oh no, I messed that up. Let's see. How's it sit? Yep, it's fine. Whoop. Nope. We're going to fix this up. Right there. Boom. Got it. I think this card is actually pretty good. Stats alone, 5 high 5, 5/0/5. It gets you a card on block, and it like you can reveal top 3 cards. You can blitz to stack an attack on top, play a draw effect. Or with Scanlan, you can reveal, like, I think it's kind of like a Scanlan-esque card. You can then reveal the top card of your deck for his abilities. Blessed Metal, Fury Spell, Weapon, Blitz if you gain health this turn, draw a card. If you're at max health, it gets 1/1. The max health thing's going to be hard. It's probably somewhere around in here. Like, 4 diff cantrips are great. Being able to draw a card on life, on fire, not that hard in Ymir. Yeah, I could see this being played. It's a mid, so it's a little wonky. But you do get to draw a card if you've gained health, so 4 diff cantrips are great. Speaking of 4 diff cantrips, Channeling Spell Seal. Charge Deadlock to Deadlock Stun 2 spell. If your rival blocks its attack, seal their block. Very cool. Blitz, your next attack gets 1/1. We love transferring stats. After this attack deals damage, draw a card. So it's conditional, just like the other draw. So we're not getting free 4 diff cantrip draws. I'm going to put this in the high B slot just because I believe that it's going to be... It's conditional on the draw. It is a 4 high 4, so it's not too bad. We're going to skip the Earthbreaker and go to Extended Back Roundhouse. Echo Kick, if you have 3 or more cards in your card pool, build all face downs during your card pool during your end phase. So 1 low block, 4 low 4. It does not look like it's a low attack, but it looks like it's a mid, but whatever. I think the 2 check's going to kill this card. I'm going to leave it in C. I think it's still playable, but like, I'll put it in... Actually, I think I would like to Rage is more playable than this. It's a neat card. It's a build around, which in Bow it's not that big of a deal because you're always going to have face downs, right? So, yeah, I think it's just like a build around. I think it's really only good in maybe 1 or 2 characters. Gravity Well, powerful form for mages, spell, blitz, cards cannot be flipped during this attack. That's cool because that means costs too. Response, after you play this card, foundations cannot be destroyed for the rest of this turn. Your rival may commit to foundations. So it's basically stun 2 or you can't do any destroy effects. Or sacks. Sack effects. It's a 1 low, 1 mid block, 4 low 4. The art's sick. Yeah, I think this card's pretty sick. Sorry, I didn't put it in staging. I think... It's probably going to end up somewhere in the low B to low A to high B range. Grog's Reyes. This is Grove Keeper's, right? This is Grove Keeper. Grove Keeper's Authority, 7 diff, 3 check. Blitz, spend a momentum, build all party backups from your discard pile. Remove those cards at the end of your combat phase. So it's really an all or nothing type thing for Caduceus. Maybe more like if there's other really backup centric decks. Like Caduceus is really like this, and Hanji 1 has those symbols. I don't know, I think that's kind of cool, but you have to play the party backups and they kind of don't do a whole lot for Hanj. But yeah, like I don't know, I think this is probably in the C range just because it's a backup centric card, and so far backups haven't been proven to be worth played. Maybe Caduceus will prove us wrong because he could be a prison deck. Let's What's this? Hooligan's Mockery. What a cool name. Breaker 1, Taunt Weapon, Blitz, lose a health, seal 2 foundations. This attack gets 1 damage for each sealed rival foundation. So this could get huge. Okay. It is a 2-check. +1 high, 5 high, 5. Good stats, good stats. Breaker 1's nice. Being able to lose a health to seal 2 foundations on basically on play for the most part. Very cool. Kind of a bomb at the end of the turn. I think the 2-check will slow it down, but I think it's actually pretty good. Moving on. We got what? Hunter's Ally. Hunter's Ally is the Vexalia card. And it builds an ally card in. It builds in a ally card, so it specifically states it could be backups, it could be foundations, it could be assets, which is really cool because the card that could build assets. We love that. It is a 4 high for 5, 2 mid block. It does have Warden EX3, so it can push late game. Yeah, I like this. I like building free things, man. Like, we're gonna put it in probably low A. Inventor's Creation is up next. Spell, weapon attack, remove an attack. You gain. So it's basically Sweeping Dagger for your own stuff. 2 mid, 2 low, 4 low, 4. Yeah, this card is make your own combo attack. Those are usually pretty good. Being able to reuse an attack's abilities and its printed keyword ratings, all keywords and keyword rate. Oh no! After you play this card, this attack gains all keywords and keyword ratings printed on the card to pay the cost. So I'm gonna say this is probably like middle B, because it doesn't gain all the abilities; it just gains the keyword ratings, which is really weird. I guess because he cares about it's print your own tech, right? Like he's able to do the tech thing. Next up is Lightning Blast. Man, they printed a lot of like the 2-checks aren't terrible, but like they're build-arounds, which is kind of nice. Lightning Blast. Response card pool after your attack is blocked. It gets +1 damage for each card in your rival's card pool. Very cool. Blitz, this attack gets 1 damage for each face-up rival foundation. Ooh, very neat, very neat. So it's like the opposite of what Keyleth wants to do. 4 low, 6 +1. Man, the stats alone in this card are sick. Yeah, this card is definitely up there. I think it's up here in the A's. Probably around in the middle. Next up is Nature's Tempest. It's big stats. 6 mid for 5, 2 low block. You flip a bunch of foundations, but it's really kind of, I am sorry to say this, but it is very like niche. It's probably a sideboard card at best. No Mercy Percy. Shuffle 3 cards in for your discard, draw a card. After you remove 1 or more cards, your rival sacrifices a face. It makes basically ruin. 5 mid 6. It's on a 2-check +1 mid, but this card is nuts. This card's super good. Super good. I mean, it's an inventor thing, so I think we're gonna put it down in like the high A. It's more like because like the inventor thing really pushes it, and it has echo, so we'll go high A. Probably the highest A of the A before S's. We got next. Oh, Orphan Maker's Fury. Yasha. Blitz. This attack gets 1 speed for each rage counter. Again, only playable by 2 characters. After this attack is blocked, your rival burns X health. It's huge, but again, it's a rage counter thing. It's not me, it's them. It's a rage counter thing. We got Tyrion Darrington. Nope. Yes, we do. Pristine Swordplay. Ready an asset that hasn't been readied. Sacrifice an asset, it gets damage. It is a 4 mid 4. It is very, very cool. I think, though, it's an asset guy, but I think we're just going to go like middle of the pack here. Next up is Kima's Resilient Charge. If this was an art tier list, this would be up in the S's, but really it's a... So your character's a champion, it gets -1 difficulty and -1 to block mod, so it becomes a 6/3 for a +1 mid. That's pretty good. Response card pull after the speed of your attack is reduced, it gets a speed, and then flip card pull, flip after attack deals damage, draw a card. But it's going down here because it's Yeah, it's really niche. It's really like a Kima only card, unless you're playing like other champions, and then it's just like a giant move that you can flip to draw a card. It's a 5 mid 8. If it was a throw, it'd probably be better. It does have stun 1, which is terrible. Next up is Spell Bolt and Sword Swipe. Fury range, spell, weapon. We love keywords. Blitz, discard a card. If you've discarded a spell this way, ready one foundation that hasn't been ready this combat phase. Also, oh, that's cool. If you discard a weapon this way, freeze one rival foundation. That's really sick. Some board control on demand. I like that. Each of your attacks with Spellbolt in its name gains Frenzy this turn. Yeah, that's really good because like it's also a Spellbolt, so it frenzies itself. It's a 5/5, 2 high block. It's very good. We're gonna put it like right in here because I like Ford a lot. And then we got it's not Mystic Unicorns, but it's Spirit Unicorns. Ally EX3 spell Blitz Mildew. If this is the first attack, your first attack this turn, this card does not count towards progressive difficulty to play spell cards. Very good. That's a very good card. Being able to not count towards progressive is actually very good. Response card pool. After you ready one or more foundations, your next attack gets +1 damage. So it's like a Jester 2 thing. 4 mid 5, 5/3, 2 mid. Art's really good. But I'm thinking it's probably middle of the pack. Being able to not count towards progressive is very good, but like the other ability is pretty much blank on anybody but Jester. So yeah, it's gonna stay down there in the B's. Next up is Sweeping Dagger. Fury weapon, Blitz, remove one attack from your rival's card pool, gains all abilities, keywords, keyword ratings printed on the card. Blitz, remove one card with dagger or daggers in its name from your discard pile, lose 1 health. It's a 5 mid for 4, +1 mid. This card's nuts. This card is it's nuts based on on what your opponent is playing. Like it's only as bad as your opponent's worst attack, and it's just as good as your opponent's best attack, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, you get to just do whatever you want. This card is going to be up there in the S rank. Now we go to the secret rares. Earthbreaker. This card is fantastic. Charge Punch. It's basically a haymaker. It's Haybreaker. That's what it is. It's a Haybreaker. You get to draw cards after you draw. So if your rival has more foundations than you, you draw a card. After you draw one or more cards, it gets a damage. It has Sato response. Response after this attack deals damage, destroy one rival foundation committed during this attack. It's a 3 low 5. Yeah, we're going to put this in A, buddy. This card's very good. The only thing that's hurting it is its speed, but it has stun too. Grog's Rage. Grog's Rage is Fury, powerful 2, weapon, sacrifice a foundation. You may remove rage counters from your character as though they were spending momentum to pay for powerful. Blitz, add a rage counter to your character. If there are 5 or more rage counters on your character's attack, gets done too. This card itself is very good, but it's rage counter gated, and I don't think that's very good when in a set with just 2 rage counters. Sure, there's ways to give your opponent yourself rage counters, but it's not as good as playing the characters who can rage counter. Harness on Death. Spell, it's a 4 low 4, 1 high block, very good stats. Sacrifice a backup, gains echo, great. Card pool response, if your rival loses health, gain a health. And then lose 2 health after this attack deals damage to a character. Your rival loses X health, X equals the number of backups in all discard piles. It's backup gated, but it's not backup gated, but it kind of is backup gated because you don't really need that blitz, but you could just go off the response and just gain health all the time in like a health gain deck. But again, it's really only good in it's probably going to be good in just as a normal 4 low 4. But you're going to want to play some backups just to like fully use this card. So we're going to keep this in the C. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be in the C. Mighty Blitz. This card's super cool. It has 5 keywords: Charge, Fury, Powerful 4, Spell, Weapon. We get to add an attack from our discard pile to our card pool. If we have a high attack in our card pool, it gets 3. This attack gets 3 damage. It becomes a 5 mid for 6. And then if we have a low attack, your rival spends some momentum. I think this card is very good. It's a build around, but it's actually just generically good. So it's going to go in the A, probably right there. It's going to go in the A slot. Next up is Spellstorm. Spellstorm, where we at? 4 difficulty 2 check, 1 high block, 5 high for 3, very cool. EX 2 for mages, powerful 3, spell. Static, you may flip spell cards in your card pool as though you were spending momentum to pay for this card's keyword abilities. That's very cool. So you could use it for EX and powerful. And then after its attack deals damage, you draw a card. It's very neat. It's a very cool card, a very cool build-around card. I think it kind of fits in the same vein of like the Darrington card and the Inventors card. And then Violent Animus Shot to finish it out. Breaker 1 range stun tech has a 4 high for 5, 1 low block, very good. Blitz, commit a foundation, remove a backup from any stage, so that's great. So it's instant backup removal. If you did draw a card, and this gains flash. Response, after this attack deals damage, your rival removes 1 random card from their hand. So if you only rip that Blitz if your rival has 2 backups, so you nuke 1, ping another to make them remove a card. So you draw a card, make them down a card. Also, if they don't have, like, if they're down to 1 card in hand, they have to deal with it, right? But I think just on basis alone, like, this card is probably high A, which isn't bad. It's probably high. It has Breaker 1, so it probably could be in the S rank. But yeah, like, so this is what I got, guys, for the tier list. Like, S's, these are the ones you're going to want to hoard. A's, these are going to want to hoard these 2. C's, you're probably going to want to just keep for trade fodder if anyone wants to build these niche decks. B's are build arounds. I would say Hooligans is probably further up because it's just generically good, but the 2 check may kill it. But like the A and the S's are a huge chunk. So it's like 4, 8, 11, 14, 15. So over half, about half are like super playable. There's a good middle range, and then C, some of them are just very niche that may not see play. So that's my Critical Role, Ultra Rare, and Secret Rare tier list. My opinion. Let me know what your opinion is down in the comments below. Let me know how right or wrong I am. Which ones you're super excited for, and which ones you're hoping to pull alt arts of, because we know all these cards have alt arts, and we can't wait to see them all. So until the next video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and everyone at home, take care.